All right. So we're going to do simplifying square roots, and all you're going to do, the first thing that you're going to do is prime factorize. And prime factorize, you guys did factor trees when you were littler, so that's basically what we're doing. So you can also look on your calculator the same way that I taught you. Well, I don't guess I've taught you guys at all. You can do 125 divided by x, 125 divided by x into y equals. So I hit y equals 125 divided x. And then I go to my table, so second graph. And this will show you your factors. So if you look right here, 5 and 25 are factors. So if I'm going to prime factorize, sorry, let me do it this way. 5 and 25 are factors. 5 I can't break down anymore, so I'm just going to pull it down. But 25 breaks into 5 and 5. Now again, they won't break down any more than that. That's as good as that's going to get. So when you do square roots, what you're looking for is a pair of numbers. So we have a pair of 5s. Whatever you circle goes outside of that square root sign. So we had a pair of 5s that come out. Whatever you leave or you don't circle goes back under the square root. That's how simple it is.
You'll always compare.
No, not always. Sometimes you won't be able to simplify it.
So you just start with the numbers.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, so I
Hold on.
understand that, but I don't understand the calculator part.
That's just giving you your factors. So if you don't know, like if I told you find factors of 512, I don't know those off the top of my head, right? So what I'll do is I'll look in my table and find ones that I do know. I do know 8 and 64. So I know how to break down 8 and I know how to break down 64. You can even pick different ones. So let's see, 16 and 32. Maybe I know those factors better. You see what I'm saying? So it just breaks it down so you can get better factors. All right. So like 12, I'm going to go to number 4. What are your factors of 12? 6 and 2. Will 6 break down more? What will it break into? 3 and 2, right? 3 and 2. And then we already had this 2 that we're going to bring down. That's your factor tree. Then you look for a pair of numbers. Do I have a pair of numbers? That is going to come to the outside. 3 is going to be left on the inside. That's literally it. Then you don't have anything that you just put it all back underneath. So like he said, what if you don't have a pair? I'll give you an example. Square root of 30. What are your factors of 30? What are your factors of 10? And then I'm going to bring down that 3. Is there a pair of numbers in there? No, so you can't simplify it, so you just leave it square root 30. That's it.
So 100.
What are your factors of 100?
10.
10 and 10, right? We have a pair, right?
So it's just 10 and 10.
It's just 10. We don't have anything underneath the square root at all.
So if that's not,
Hold on. Give everybody a chance. All right. So 512, I told you, we don't know the factors to 512. I put it in just like this to get my factors. And I do know 8 and 64. What are your factors of 8?
4.
2 and 4. What are your factors of 64? I'm going to stop right there because I already have a pair. And I'm going to just circle it for a minute. And then I'm going to look at the other one. Will 4 break down to 2 and 2, right? That gives me another pair. So let me show you how to work this. I had a pair of 8s times a pair of 2s. And I did not circle another 2. Okay, so whatever you have pairs of, you're going to pull outside and multiply them together. What's 8 times 2? And then whatever you don't circle, you multiply it together underneath. And we only had a 2, so it just stays underneath. And we'll do a couple more of those, so don't freak out about it. All right. The next one is 392, and I don't know my factors of 392. So if I put it into y equals like this and look at my table, I can do 7 and 56, 8 and 49. You probably know more. 8 and 49. Okay. So I'm going to use 8 and 49. 8 breaks into what? 4 and 2. 49 breaks into what? Oh, everybody knows this.
Hold on.
What does 49 break into?
Oh, crap, 6 and 7.
Nope. That's 42.
Um,
49. What are your factors of 49? No.
31.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. Let me think. I got
Wow. 49. Your factors of 49 are 7 and 7. That's okay. That's why we can do it. That's why I show you in your calculator. Okay. 4 is 2 and 2. I'm going to bring down this 2 and then just bring down these 7s because I can't do anything with them. Guys, you need to be on time. What do I have pairs of? And? So both of those are going to come outside. Doesn't matter what order you put them in. What did I leave? Or what did I not circle? Nope, look at it.
2.
A 2. What's 7 times 2? 14. Leave that square root of 2. That's your answer. Okay. I'm going to move down to number 7 real fast. Number 7. All right, so work with that square root. What does 8 break into? 4 and 2. 4 breaks into 2 and 2. Is everybody okay with that breakdown? All right, so this one's different because we have a number outside, but you treat it just like it was already a pair. So we're going to write down our -5. We already have it on the outside. What did we have a pair of? 2s. So we're going to multiply that by that 2. What did I leave inside, or what did I not circle? 2. Then clean it up. What's -5 times 2? -10. And then square root 2. All right, look at number 9. We're going to break down 32. What are your factors of 32? If you don't know them, put them in your calculator. There's a good factor, 8 and 4, 16 and 2 there at the bottom. It doesn't matter which one you use. We have 8 and 4. What are your factors of 8? 2 and 4. And bring down that 4. And if you guys look, you already have a pair, so you don't have to keep breaking down if you don't want to. Got it? You can, but you don't have to. So I already have a pair of 4s. I don't have any other pairs, and the 2 won't break down. So what did I already have outside? What did I circle? 4. What did I not circle? That goes underneath that square root sign. And then multiply 7 times 4, which is 28. Leave the 2 alone. I'm going to move over to number 10. And I'm going to break down 28. I just told you factors of 28. What did I multiply over here to get 28? 7 and 4. 7 won't break down, but 4 breaks into 2 and 2. I have a pair of 2s. What did I already have outside? 5. I circled 2. I left a 7. Multiply those together. 5 times 2 is 10. Leave your square root 7 alone. No, it's super easy. Okay. Number 8. We're going to find factors of 320. So we'll do 320 divided by x and look at our table. We can do 8 and 40. Down here is 16 and 20, might be easier for you. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to choose. So I'm going to do 16 and 20. What are your factors of 16? Say it again. 8 and 2. What are your factors of 20? 2 and 10 is fine. 5 and 4 is fine. It doesn't matter. It'll all end up breaking down the same. What are your factors of 8? That 2 won't break down. That 2 won't break down. What are your factors of 10? 5 and 2. The 4 will break down again into 2 and 2. I always draw the little line so I know I'm making sure I have everything moving down. The 2s won't break down and the 5s won't break down. So this is 320 all factored out. All right, what do you have pairs of? How many of them? 3 pairs, right? So that means I'm going to pull that 4 was already outside. You said I had 3 pairs of 2s. What did I not circle? 5. Multiply these together if you have to use your calculator. 4 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 32 square root 5. Another breakdown, just so you guys know, when we got to 16 and 20, if you can already come up with pairs, so you know 16 is 4 and 4, you don't have to break those pairs down. And then you're just left with 2 and 10 and then 2 and 5, whatever you guys need. Okay, so it doesn't matter how you break it down, it'll all end up being the same way. You have to be able to get your pairs. If you get it up here, you don't have to do the 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You see what I'm saying? So if you can have double pairs, then that's what you want to do first. All right, look at number 6. What are your factors of 200? 10 and 20. What are your factors of 10? 5 and 2. Your factors of 20? 10 and 2. That's okay. 5 and 4. You could have done 5 and 4. The 5 and the 2, guys, please stop talking. The 5 and 2 won't break down. The 10 breaks into 2 and 5, and this last 2 will not break down. What do we have pairs of? We have a pair of 2s. What else do we have? 5s. So we had a negative outside. Remember, we can write that as -1. We had a pair of 2s. We had a pair of 5s. What did we not circle? A 2. Multiply everything on the outside. -1 times 2 is -2. Times 5 is -10. Leave the square root. Okay, we're going to keep doing it. Everybody good with these? Okay, what's your next one? The only difference in these is they use variables and they're just as easy, okay? So if we look at, let's look at number 12 first so I can show you how to do that, and then we'll get back to number 11, okay? What are your factors of 80b squared? So start with 80. What are your factors of 80? 10 and 8. What are your factors of 10? 5 and 2. Your factors of 8 are 4 and 2. Yeah. We're going to bring down our 5, bring down our 2, bring down our 2, and this 4 factors into 2 and 2. We have b squared on the end. What does b squared mean? What does that mean? How many do we have? 2 b's. So we're going to put those down here, just like that. So whatever you have, you just write it fully out. What do I have pairs of? 2 2s and a v. So you work it the same way you work the numbers. What did I pull out? I circled a 2, and a pair of v's. What did I not circle? 5. We just multiply these and squish them together. 2 times 2 is 4, and put that v with it, and then square root of 5. If you don't circle it, you don't pull it out. Okay, so look at your next one, or your first one that we had, number 11. 45m. 45, 9 times 5. 9 is 3 and 3. We bring down the 5, and there was 1 m. So what do we have a pair of? There's nothing else, so the 3 goes on the outside. What did we leave on the inside? You just write what you see. 5m. All right. Number 13, I have 63x squared. If you don't know your factors of 63, put them in your calculator, look at your table. There they are, 7 and 9. What are your factors of 9? 3 and 3. And then I had x squared, which is 2 x's. What do I have pairs of? Those come outside. So 3 and x goes on the outside. What did I not circle? That's on the inside. Again, don't make it harder than what it is. Look at number 15. I'm going to come back to 14. Look at 15. Remember what I said, if you can think of numbers that are already pairs, you want to use those. What are your factors of 36? Already pairs, right? So don't break those down anymore. And then we have 2 x's. So what do you have pairs of? Did I leave anything? No, so my answer is just 6x. There's nothing under the square root, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, we'll go back up to 14. I don't know my factors of 294, so I'm going to put them in the calculator. And then I'm going to have 4 m's, okay, 4 m's. There's 7 and 42. That's a pretty good one, but 14 and 21 might be better. I think you can handle that better. 14 and 21. What are your factors of 14? What are your factors of 21? 7 and 3, and we have 4 m's. What do I have pairs of? So on the outside, I'll have a 7 and 2 m's. On the inside, I have a 2 and a 3. We haven't had this happen yet. It's the same as the outside. Whatever you have left, you're just multiplying it together. Rewrite this, 7, and I have 2 m's, so I write it as m squared. What's 2 times 3? 6. That's all you do. Okay. Look at your next one. I'm going to break down 144a. I don't know I do, but I don't know my factors of 144. I can put them in my calculator. Yeah, I already have a pair with 12 and 12, and don't forget I have an A. So what do I have a pair of? What else do I have though? 6. I have a 6 outside. I circled a 12. What's the only thing I didn't circle on the inside? A. Then multiply 6 times 12. If you can't do it, use your calculator. 6 times 12 is 72. Don't touch your square root. That's all you're doing. All right, so your next one, we're going to break down 8v. What are your factors of 8? 2 and 4. This 2 won't break down, but the 4 will break down, and don't forget we have a v. 8 is always going to be 3 2's, and they love to use 8. So if you already know it's 3 2's, you don't have to break it down into 2 times 4. Do you have any pairs? A pair of 2's. What did I already have outside though? 8 times 2 Underneath, I'm gonna have a 2 and a V. So you are right, 8 times 2 is 16. Underneath, I just squish them together, 2V. Don't make it harder, and don't forget the number on the outside, okay? So that's the biggest mistake I see, is that people forget about the number on the outside. All right, 64P cubed. What are your factors of 64? Ooh. If I'm not sure, sorry. Check my table. Ooh, there's a pair, 8 and 8. Don't break them down anymore. It's already a pair. And I have 3 P's. So I also have a pair of P's. What did I already have? I circled an 8. I circled a P. And I left another P. Not 36, but 32P. Don't touch the square root after that. That's it, y'all. 2 more. All right. Break down 45R to the 4th. What are your factors of 45? 9 and 5. 9 is, bring down your 5 and 4 R's. What do I have pairs of? 3. What else? And 2 R's, right? All right. So I already had a 4 outside. I circled a 3 and 2 R's. What did I not circle? A 5. And then just multiply these together. 4 times 3 is 12. There are 2 R's, so it should be R squared. Don't touch the square root. All right. Whoa. 72x to the 3rd. 72 is 9 and 8. 9 is, and remember I told you 8 is 3 2's. Don't forget your 3 x's. Okay, so if you already know that 8 is 3 2's, just go ahead and write it out instead of doing 2 times 4 and then having to do it again. What do you have pairs of? Mm-hmm. What did I already have outside? A negative, and then I had a 3, a 2, and an X that I circled. But I left what? 2 and X. Multiply the beginning. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Squish the X next to it. Square root 2X. Any questions? Break it down, circle the pairs, squish it all together. All right. So here's what I want to let you know. Tomorrow, you are going to take a test while you are remote. Guys, you have to take your test. Okay. It's all on Evia. But what I'm going to do is record a review, and you can watch the review before, or you can just go ahead and take the test. I would suggest to watch the review first, obviously, because it's going to tell you what's on there. If you haven't done your work, you need to make sure that you get that done. Some of your grades are dropping quickly because you're not doing the work. So today should be a quick assignment. Yesterday should have been a quick assignment as well. Please get these things done. You have a test tomorrow. Everybody got it? Everybody good? All right. Zoomers, give me a minute. I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording.